Yo, what is good, Buckeye Nation? Welcome back to the Game Podcast with your boy MB. Guys, I want to thank you for 50 subscribers. I want to thank you for all the support. You guys put a smile on my face. I really do appreciate it. But other than that, let's get into the video, right? So you guys see the title, right? So we know that Ohio State is one of the best offenses in the nation. We have the best quarterback, one of the best quarterbacks in the nation, the best receiving core, best running back, all that stuff, right? But there seemed to be something missing with this offense, right? It seemed like something was scrapped out of the playbook, right? And that was the QB run and also the ability to extend drives, right? I felt like we had trouble extending drives, and our defense was on the field a little bit too much, right? And back in 2019, because I'm going to compare kind of the 2019 season, 22 season, right? It seemed like we were able to in 2019 we were able to extend drives a lot more than we did now, and yeah, I think we are more explosive, especially the past 2 years. We're more explosive. I think we have better wide receiver play, but sometimes I felt like we scored too quickly, and sometimes that can be a detriment, right? Sometimes you need to have the ability to extend drives, right? And that was missing, right? And I felt like the QB run would help with that, right? And it seemed like CJ Stroud was refused to use his legs, use his legs, and we saw that in the last game of the season. It seemed like Ryan Day scrapped all that stuff out of the playbook, right? And maybe that was out of safety and precaution. But if you look in 2019, right, especially in the bigger games, they used Justin Fields' legs in those games, right? They were doing QB draws. You didn't see that in the CJ Stroud era. You didn't see QB power, understandably, because CJ Stroud he's more of a slender guy. Justin Fields was a really big dude, right? They were doing zone reads with them, and they were doing it in big games, right? And referring back to the Penn State, right? Referring to the Penn State game, right, in 2019, that it was their closest game, but they had a lot of self-made mistakes. But they were doing everything with Justin Fields. They were doing everything. They were using his legs, doing everything. QB runs, QB draws, power, QB power, everything. And we were able to extend drives, right? Even if we didn't get a touchdown, we were able to we were able to use a field position and pin them back in our territory, right? And that just helped out the defense immensely, right? And we let the defense eat. And I feel like that has been the issue, right? The ability to extend drives and keep our offense on the field, right? And what that does, right? That helps out. That's demoralizing to a defense, right? And we saw that in the Georgia game, right? Once they unleashed their offense, we saw that we were virtually unstoppable. I mean, CJ Stroud was using his legs. They were doing zone reads. I think they did a QB sweep, and we didn't see that for the past 2 years, right? We didn't see CJ Stroud extending plays until the last game of the season. And here's the thing, right? And here's why I think we need to be. Here's why I think we should all be hopeful, right? I think there is a philosophy change coming, right? You see now, Ryan Day. He's going out there recruiting more dual threat quarterbacks. He wants guys like guys like Lincoln Kynolds, Aaron Noland. What's his name? Now he's not coming in. He's a 2025 QB commit. But those guys can all run and be a dual threat be a dual threat guy. And I think that's changing this upcoming season. We kind of saw it in the spring game. They did a little bit of it with Kyle McCord. They did a option play with him. They did a couple of zone reads. So I think you're going to see that, and that's going to make our offense even more hard to stop, right? So here's some stats in 2019. So let's compare some stats in 2019 and 2022, right? So in 2022, right, there were 490 530.7 yards in offense. They were number ninth, right? In 2019, they had 530 yards, 530.4 yards. They were number 2 in the country and total in yards per game, right? And in 2022, right? In 2022, points per game, they scored 44 points a game, number 2 in the country. And 2019, they scored 46.9 points a game, and they were number 2 in the country, right? Yards per play in 2022, they were number 1 in the country, 7.2 yards. And 2019, they were 6.6 yards per yards per play, and they were number 6. But here's where things get interesting, right? Here's the things where get interesting. And this is the third down. This is the third down. How many third downs did they get a game? Conversion per game. In 2022, they averaged 5.8 third down conversions a game, and they were 43rd. In 2019, they were 7.2 third down conversion per game, and they're number 4. So that's one thing. So you saw the difference. They in 2019 they were extending drives. You saw kind of when they faced better teams in 2022, they kind of struggled a little bit, right? It looked kind of clunky sometimes, but with the ability with Justin Fields' ability to extend plays in 2019, that helped out our offense. It helped out the defense, and it helped out everything, right? It demoralized the opponent's defense, right? So this is where so let's go to time of possession, right? So average time of possession was 30 minutes and 44 seconds, and there were 46 in the country in 2022. And in 2019, they were 31 minutes and 46 seconds, and there were 26 in the country. So just a little bit better in that time in 2019. In the third down conversion percentage in 2022, they were 45.18. They were number 26. And third down conversion percentage in 2019, they were 53%, and they're number 1 in the country. And that's the issue. The ability to extend drives and the ability to extend drives. If they can be a top in the country in these categories, this is gonna be a hard offense to stop. Extremely hard offense to stop. But that's all I really have to say. I want to thank you guys again for the support. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. What do you think what do you think Ohio State's offense needs to do to get better? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. All right, guys, I'm out.